The Honest Woodcutter. Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter named Ramesh who lived near a dense forest. Every day he went to the forest, cut wood, and sold it in the market to earn a living. He was known for his honesty and hard work. One day, while chopping wood near a river, his axe slipped from his hand and fell into the deep water. Ramesh was heartbroken, as it was his only axe, and he had no money to buy a new one. He sat down by the river and prayed sincerely for help. Suddenly, a divine spirit appeared from the river. She asked, "Why are you crying, dear woodcutter?" Ramesh replied honestly, "My axe fell into the river, and I cannot do my work without it." The spirit smiled and dived into the river. She emerged holding a golden axe and asked, "Is this your axe?" Ramesh looked at it and shook his head. "No, this is not mine. My axe was made of iron." The spirit dived in again and brought out a silver axe. "Is this the one?" she asked. Again, Ramesh shook his head. "No, mine was just a simple iron axe." For the third time, the spirit went into the water and returned with a rusty iron axe. "Is this your?" she asked. Ramesh's face lit up. "Yes, that is my axe," he said joyfully. The spirit was pleased with his honesty. "You are a truthful man. As a reward, I will give you all 3 axes," she said, handing him the gold, silver, and iron axes. Ramesh thanked her with gratitude and went home happily. He continued to live an honest life, and his honesty brought him prosperity. Moral of the story: honesty is always rewarded. Staying truthful, even in difficult situations, brings unexpected blessings. The Honest Woodcutter, a tale of truth and reward. Chapter 1. A simple life long ago in a quiet village nestled between lush green forests and sparkling rivers lived a humble woodcutter named Ramesh. He was known for his sincerity and hard work. Each day he would rise with the sun, pick up his axe, and walk deep into the forest to chop wood. Ramesh's life was simple. He lived in a small hut with his wife and young son. Though they did not have much, they were content with what they earned through honesty and hard work. One morning, as the birds chirped merrily in the trees, Ramesh set out with his axe. He walked through the familiar winding paths of the forest, listening to the rustling leaves and the distant calls of animals. As he reached the riverbank, he chose a strong, old tree to chop.
Chapter 2. The Lost Axe. Sweat dripped from his forehead as he swung his axe with steady precision. The rhythmic sound of wood splitting echoed through the trees. But fate had something unexpected in store for him that day. As he raised his axe for another strike, his grip slipped. The axe flew from his hands, spinning through the air, and with a loud splash, it vanished into the river. Ramesh gasped. "Oh no," he cried, rushing to the riverbank. He peered into the water, but the river was deep, and the axe was nowhere to be seen. Desperation filled his heart. That axe was his only means of livelihood. Without it, he couldn't cut wood, and without wood, he couldn't earn money for his family. Feeling helpless, Ramesh dropped to his knees and prayed earnestly, "O merciful gods, please help me. I have always lived honestly and worked hard. If I cannot find my axe, how will I feed my family?" Chapter 3. The Divine Test. Suddenly, the air around him shimmered, and the river began to glow with a golden light. A divine spirit, radiant and ethereal, rose from the water. She had a kind face and flowing robes that sparkled like the sun on water. "Why do you weep, dear woodcutter?" the spirit asked in a soothing voice. Ramesh, though astonished, quickly bowed his head in respect and replied, "O Divine One, my axe has fallen into the river. It is my only tool, and without it, I cannot work." The spirit smiled gently and said, "Do not worry, honest man. I will help you." She dived into the river, and after a moment, she emerged holding a magnificent golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked, extending the shining weapon towards him. Ramesh stared in awe at the golden axe. Its handle was adorned with intricate designs, and its blade gleamed under the sunlight. But he shook his head and said, "No, my axe was not made of gold. Mine was just a simple iron axe." The spirit nodded approvingly and dived into the river once more. This time, she emerged with a silver axe. Ramesh stared in awe at the golden axe. Its handle was adorned with intricate designs, and its blade gleamed under the sunlight. But he shook his head and said, No, my axe was not made of gold. Mine was just a simple iron axe. The spirit nodded approvingly and dived into the river once more. This time, she emerged with a silver axe, its polished surface reflecting the sunlight. Perhaps this is your axe? She asked again. Ramesh looked at the beautiful silver axe and, though tempted for a moment, he once again shook his head. No, Divine One, this is also not my axe. Mine was an ordinary iron axe. The spirit's eyes twinkled with admiration. For the third time, she disappeared into the river. When she surfaced, she held a rusty, old iron axe, the very one Ramesh had lost. Is this your axe? She asked. Ramesh's face lit up with relief and joy. Yes, that is mine, he said, reaching out to take it with gratitude.